Hi everybody, Michelle McLuhan, astrologer and life navigator, and I'm bringing you an astrology update for the next new moon, which is happening on the 19th or 20th of November. And it really is one of the most intense, powerful, alchemical, transformational new moons of the year. It's in Scorpio. It's really asking us to go beneath the surface, to face what we've hidden, feared, denied, and to really meet it with compassion and non-judgment. It's deeply emotional, it's potentially life-changing, and it brings healing, potentially where we're stuck. So I'm going to break it down for you and just give you the different alignments as I see them and how we can best work with them and best navigate them. So if we look at what we have here, we have the Sun, the Moon, and Mercury, which is retrograde, by the way, all at 28 degrees, which is the sort of almost the final degree of Scorpio. And these three are opposite the planet Uranus, the planet of change and disruption. They are also supported by a grand water trine, and that's amplified by two kites. So it feels almost like we're breaking open from the inside so that something deep, ancient, or stuck is actually coming to the surface to be transformed. Now, in addition to this, we have 6 retrograde planets. And retrograde energy means internal pressure. It means introspection. It means quietness. It means review, re-looking, reassessing. So this new moon is really triggering that and is setting us up for like what's coming next year, especially in February when we have planets moving forward. So when we break down Scorpio, Scorpio is a fixed water sign. It represents water as an element, represents emotions, intuition, memory, the subconscious, hidden layers of experience. There's a lot of water in this new moon. The modality of fixed basically means concentrated, contained, focused, unwavering, intense energy. Put together, if you look at Scorpio's deep symbolism, it's like an alchemical or transformational container. It's like a sealed vessel where that transformation is able to happen, like a cocoon. Where, obviously you have the caterpillar moving into the cocoon, dissolving in order to reform in a stronger, truer version of itself. In this case, the butterfly. Okay. So if you look at Scorpio, it really represents that holding space whilst transformation occurs, which is really beautiful. The fixed nature of the sign ensures that the process isn't going to be rushed and that we focus on it, because that's the power of it and that's the strength of it. It's also why Scorpio is often associated with catharsis, the shadow, emotional truth, and often power dynamics. So Scorpio has 3 classical symbols: the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix, representing different levels, different layers of consciousness. Okay, so when we look at the lowest level, scorpion, it's about instinct, it's about survival, it's about fear, it's about defense. You hurt me, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to have my revenge. The eagle, which is more insightful, there's a clarity of perception, there's more of a strategic kind of overview. If you think of a fish eagle sitting on his tree and then diving down into the water to catch his prey, that's the second layer up. It observes the process. And then the phoenix, which is burning away the old and rising up renewed. So that is the energy of Scorpio. And it's very intense, this new moon, because it's not on its own. Venus is also in Scorpio, so it's just a little distance away from the new moon. So this new moon seems like it's really in that phoenix territory of transformation. It's the transformation which, once it's done, it can't be undone. You can't go back into the cocoon once you're a butterfly. And you also can't force the process. So we have to wait this through and hold space for it. Now, the next thing that's happening is Uranus, the planet of change and shocks and unpredictability, is opposite that new moon. So it's almost like a lightning strike hitting a lake. Can you imagine the water is very calm and peaceful, and all of a sudden out of nowhere comes this lightning strike and goes right down into the subconscious waters. Water is emotion in astrology. So then you look at the symbolism of Scorpio. Scorpio tends to hold, Uranus tends to release. Scorpio likes to be quiet and private. Uranus triggers exposure and opening and being visible. Scorpio moves slowly and inwardly. Uranus arrives suddenly and it kind of shakes things up a bit. But it gets things moving, okay? So it gets the stagnancy moving. So when you have Uranus opposing the Sun, Mercury, and the Moon, it can bring even more shocking truths and revelations, globally as well as personally. So we're going to see much more on the world stage over the next few months. It can also break up old stagnant patterns, collapse old coping mechanisms, and bring sudden awareness to what really needs to change, what we literally cannot carry into the new anymore. The beauty of this new moon, though, is that we have a grand trine, a grand water trine, as well as two kites, which are very, very supportive energies, kind of helping us with this process. So the new moon is trine Jupiter in Cancer, which is about nurturing, it's about emotional expansion. It can bring things to the surface in terms of our family, our security, that kind of thing. And then it's trine on the other side, which is Saturn and Neptune, which I've spoken about a lot, which are nearing the end of their cycles. So that creates like almost an emotional container. And that can hold healing, integration. It can bring very old ancestral themes up and help us to actually let go of them, because it's water, it's flowing, it's a release, it's a real release. But we've got to be prepared to look at them. And that's what Scorpio says. Have a look. Look at the shadow. Look at those old patterns. And so it really is kind of providing a soft landing, if you like, for those Uranian shockwaves. And it also helps us to integrate whatever we've exposed. So it's almost like we've got beautiful team of guides standing around us saying, okay, it's time. It's time to let go of this now for once and for all. So you can move into a place where you are more authentic, more connected, where you have intuitive clarity, and when you know that you are guided by the unseen world. And that's a big theme that's coming up right now, the unseen world. That perhaps the unseen world is even more real than the seen world. And I think that's what Saturn and Neptune are actually telling us. I'm going to go into that in more detail in future updates. So when we look at this, all these patterns, we've got the opposition to Uranus, we've got this beautiful grand water trine, and then we've also got these kites. And the kites really help us to break through those stagnant old patterns. That's the way I see it. They're really helping us to be more emotionally truthful with ourselves and possibly with others as well. So at the top of the one kite, we have Uranus, which is helping us to do the breakthrough. And then on the other kite, we have Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio. And that is helping us to evolve as a collective. Pluto is the planet of evolution. So I think this new moon is very integral in terms of our evolution, into new dimensions of consciousness. And the transformation of, I'm going to call it generational patterns, to push us towards really connecting with what is truthful and what is real and what is authentic. Helping us to do this, we have Mars in Sagittarius, which is a bit lighter. Mars is our sort of the planet that wants us to go forward and to achieve and to get our goals. And Mars is also the co-ruler of the new moon, because it's the co-ruler, it's the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So in Sagittarius, Mars shoots his arrows towards the truth. He helps to remove illusions. He energizes the exploration, the adventure. He encourages us to find meaning in all of this. So if we are being triggered if we have issues, if we're having conflicts with others, if we're feeling deeply emotional, whatever it is, can we find meaning? Can we say, well, what am I learning from this? What could be the meaning? If my soul selected this, why would it have selected it? Why would my soul have selected me to be with these people in my life at this time of my life? Why would my soul have selected this particular thing to be coming to the surface? It could be a physical thing, a financial thing, a family thing. Whatever it is, can we hold space for that? And by holding space for it, by just allowing it to be there, without judgment, without trying to fix it, just stopping and just allowing whatever is coming up to be there, we really are able to start to end these old cycles. So we're clearing the ground for the new cycles that are coming in next year and are coming in already in dribs and drabs. But it really is saying to me, one of the main things would be, I cannot continue this way. Something has to change. Something has to be shed, like a snake sheds its skin. Something's got to be reclaimed. What is that? So that you can ask yourself those questions. So it feels like this new moon is a new moon of liberation through truth, healing through feeling and exposure, and rebirth, but through surrender. You can't push rebirth. We're being really helped to let go of what is not aligned with us. We are being asked to be honest about what we're feeling, even the messy feelings, and take time to feel that. Don't be afraid of feeling it. Just take time to feel it and allow it. That's one of the biggest gifts we can give anybody, is to just allow them to feel what they need to feel without trying to teach them, judge them, fix them, change them. And it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's wonderful to see how people just are able to move through it with that grace of holding space for someone. It's the most loving thing you can do, in my opinion. I pulled a card for us out of the Sacred Horse pack, amazing, the one that came out. And I'm going to read that to you now. But before I do that, please just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, to please do subscribe. Hit the subscription thing and the button and the bell, because if you don't hit the bell, you won't get notifications. So I only post once every 2 weeks. And then if you do like it, share it with others. It might help them too. And comment. Please let me know how you're experiencing this energy. I love to get your feedback. I don't always get to answer all of the comments, but I do read them. Okay, so the card that I pulled, or that popped out, as it usually does, is the Black Unicorn. We've never had this one. A force to be reckoned with. Determination, ruthlessness, and bounty. It's crazy, hey? A magnificent unicorn emerges from the night, bringing rich abundance. Crimson flowers and hints of autumn foliage surround him. Gold and lavender-adorned doves greet him with delight. Black Unicorn sparkles and glows as the magic of his being brings everything around him to life. He is a bringer of healing, change, bountiful rewards, and joyous celebration after a period of great work. You may think Black Unicorn was born into prosperity. This is far from the truth. He is an intelligent and unique creature, unlike any other. At times, he has been ruthless and unrelenting. He represents fearlessness, dedication, and a willingness to bring destruction where needed. Scorpio, that's all Scorpio and Pluto. Black Unicorn creates gateways into higher consciousness and moves through dimensions at will. He is a force to be reckoned with. Drawing Black Unicorn means you may be reaching a limit in your life. It's an ending. You may be experiencing chaos, exhaustion, or feeling burdened by life, or saddened, or in grief, or whatever it is. Perhaps you fear that you could fall further into the abyss. This mighty being has come to your aid. However, his healing power may not be so gentle. He is here to support you so you can engage your tenacity and transform your life. You are close, but there is more work to be done. Stay the course. This is no time to give up. Look closely at where you're attempting to create change. Reaching for something new, using old tactics, may be the cause of your frustration. This is what this is all about, these new cycles, and the old cycles clearing away. You have the power to be whoever you wish to be, and the right to create great abundance in your life. Engage ruthlessness to reach your goals, while also maintaining your connections with others. Consider how you can help, heal, and invite others on your journey by the example that you set. Your drive is fueled by your ability to express generosity. When you reach your bounty, share freely. Gather your fortitude and leap ahead. Fear not, the magic of Black Unicorn is here to help you. And the questions are very good. Is there an area of your life that feels heavy, exhausting, or where you feel you cannot move forward? Where could you be more determined? Could you take a cosmic leap to align yourself with your wants and dreams? How can you include others in your adventure? And how do you plan to share your bounty? So I think that's very telling. I think it's very in keeping with this new moon. And I hope this has helped you, and I hope it helps you to navigate these times. The new moon isn't the only time this happens, because it moves into alignment. So the sun, as we approach this new moon, is already opposite Uranus. And then it's joined by the new moon. And then the new moon stays there for a couple of days. So these new moon broadcasts aren't only on the day. They are energies that are building. And just remember, new moons are always a time to plant new seeds. So what are you planting your new seeds in? Is the soil ready for them? Is it lush? Is it watered enough? Have you done the preparation? So what new seeds are you wanting to plant? And is the soil ready to plant those new seeds? If you would like a reading, you can get hold of me through my website or through the description below, and we can set it up. It'll be in the new year, because I'm booked up until then. But take care, and thank you for listening, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.